Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm Ron Nicoletti. It is Thursday afternoon, a blustery Thursday afternoon. We got 10 races we're going to look at. Let's go look at those track and weather conditions.
We start the Thursday program with a sunny sky, but a crisp winter day in South Florida. Temperatures in the 50s here today. First race of the afternoon over the turf at a 7.5 furlong trip. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. A field of 8 signed on. First race favorites included number 4, Geo Patricia, and number 8, Little Baby Bella. Racing at Gulfstream. From between horses, Proud Legacy is away the best, with Little Baby Bella moving up on the outside. Geo Patricia lands third in the early stages, working ahead of Diamond Love, who's out of there fourth. Then down at the inside, it's Patty Point ahead of Melody Croon. The two at the back are Tragically Hip and Quinta Tata. Around the first turn they go, and loose up top, the leader Proud Legacy and Pedro Monterrey Jr. a length and a quarter. Little Baby Bella is now second, Geo Patricia tucked in third. Back to fourth is Patty Point, racing about 3 lengths off the lead for Hugo Sanchez. Diamond Love's on her outside. Then back to Melody Croon with Tragically Hip, and the trailer is Quinta Tata. The opening quarter went in 24 seconds flat, and it's Proud Legacy at 5-1 in front, 3 parts of a length. On the outside, Little Baby Bella is second, guided 3 wide as Patty Point from third. Geo Patricia continues with an inside lane fourth ahead of Diamond Love in fifth. Then Melody Croon, Tragically Hip, and Quinta Tata. That's the 8 of them with less than half a mile to go, and Proud Legacy to reel in. Proud Legacy leads a length and a half around the far turn. Little Baby Bella is second on the inside, and Geo Patricia from third. 3 wide and moving up is Patty Point. She's now into third as Little Baby Bella is the first to give way. Diamond Love is next and tries an inside lane, racing ahead of Tragically Hip and Melody Croon, and they're at the top of the stretch. Proud Legacy turns for home with Geo Patricia on the attack now, and Geo Patricia set down for the drive, and she just took the lead. Back to second is Proud Legacy, then Patty Point and Diamond Love, but this one's over. Give it to Geo Patricia and Miguel Vasquez kicking away. It's Geo Patricia in front. It's going to be very close for second, maybe Diamond Love over Patty Point, then Tragically Hip and Proud Legacy. Good trip today, and a strong stretch kick gets Geo Patricia an easy victory to kick off the card under Miguel Vasquez for trainer Herman Walensky and owners Amity Racing Stable. It was 6 Diamond Love who rallied to get second, ahead of 1 Patty Point, who was even while third. To the second race now, in the start of the early pick 4, 5.5 furlongs to the trip. The claiming price here, $6,250. Field of 8 signed on. The heavy favorite on the drop-in class was number 3, Mo Bourbon. And they're off. Starship Danny and Lemon Royal both off a step slow. Journey's End wins the break from Kokomo Wildcat, moving out the rail. That's first goal up the challenge for the top. Horsepotter Carl is away in fourth, while in tight, and Mo Bourbon is at the rail fifth. Then Lemon Royal followed inside by Datsardi's Boy, and the trailer is Starship Danny. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn. First goal leads by a neck. Journey's End in the 2-path. Kokomo Wildcat launching a 3-wide bid, and then back fourth is Mo Bourbon alongside Horsepotter Carl. Lemon Royal is next and only about 4 lengths off the pace setter, working 2 in front of Datsardi's Boy and Starship Danny as they round the far turn at the 5/16, and Journey's End gets away to lead by a neck now. Kokomo Wildcat is there second. Horsepotter Carl moving up from third. Mo Bourbon looking for some place to go. He's being guided to the outside, but he has 3 lengths to raise and 3/16 to raise it. Journey's End still has the lead. Journey's End shaking up for the drive, leads 3 parts of a length. On the outside, Horsepotter Carl takes another run at him, and Mo Bourbon is third. It's Journey's End pleading for the wire. Horsepotter Carl won't go away on the outside. Here's Horsepotter Carl getting up to win it. Horsepotter Carl at 10-1 beats Journey's End. Third was Mo Bourbon. 3, Mo Bourbon does not fire his best shot, and the upset was on in the form of number 4, Horsepotter Carl, who's turned his form around nicely the last 2 outings. He gets the victory under Alvin Jimenez for trainer James Duddall and owners Veronica Graham and James Duddall. Second, 5, Journey's End ahead of the 3, Mo Bourbon, who had to settle for third. Time for a commercial break. There's plenty of great racing action left right after this.
The Pegasus World Cup Invitational is January 27th at Gulfstream Park, and that weekend we have something new, the Pegasus World Cup Betting Championship. I'm lucky to be joined enough by 2 guys who will be playing in this tournament, including
Ray Arsenault, defending NHC champion.
And?
Hi, Acacia. I'm Ross Gallo. I'm a 13-time NHC qualifier and also a member of the NTRA Players Committee.
We're so excited for it. Join us here at Gulfstream Park. $500,000 expected pool, no entry fee if played on site. This is for the players.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon at 1 mile over the main track. Claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. Field of 7 signed on. These are 3-year-old fillies. All the money for 5 Drinks on Me and 7 Sierra Leona. And they're off. From the outside, Sierra Leona was away well. From the center, Savannah Roxana has some speed. Moving up toward the inside as She Is a Great One, and also away in the top flight is Drinks on Me as they run out of the chute. It's Drinks on Me and Sierra Leona with Savannah Roxana between horses, and now Savannah Roxana looks like she'll quicken through to challenge for the lead. And fourth is She's a Great One, followed by Beautiful Wife. Then it's a gap of 3 to Casual Carol and Miss Lotus Flower at the back. The opening quarter mile was complete in 24 and 2, and there goes Alvaro Doniz on Beautiful Wife, splitting horses authoritatively to take the head in front. Back to second is Drinks on Me. Savannah Roxana shuffled to third. Sierra Leona is racing in fourth. She's now 6-5 and about 3 lengths off the lead. She Is a Great One, only a length better than Casual Carol, with Miss Lotus Flower last. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn. 48-1 for that opening half mile speed. And up front, Beautiful Wife has the lead. Drinks on Me is second and appears all in. Down inside, that's Savannah Roxana from third. Racing in fourth is Sierra Leona. 5 back to She Is a Great One, then Casual Carol and Miss Lotus Flower. 5/16 away, 6-1 the price. Beautiful Wife, strictly the boss. Beautiful Wife to the top of the stretch, leads by 3. Savannah Roxana trying to get after second. Sierra Leona is now third, back to fourth and Drinks on Me, and they're at the top of the stretch. Beautiful Wife has the lead. Savannah Roxana starts to put her mind to business. She's set down for the drive by Marcos Meneses, and she's up for the lead now. Savannah Roxana outside the 8th pole takes the lead. Beautiful Wife is dead game and well clear for second, but Savannah Roxana has the lead, and Savannah Roxana and Marcos Meneses will do it by a length in the end. Beautiful Wife was second. Sierra Leona was third. Casual Carol ran on for fourth. Number 4, Savannah Roxana, ran well last time out despite not being suited to the pace of that event. Pace was a bit more to her liking here this afternoon, and she kicks on gamely under Marcos Meneses for trainer Nick Gonzalez and owners Lucio Tucci and Martha Gonzalez. 3, Beautiful Wife was second, ahead of 7, Sierra Leona, who ran third. We move now to the 4th race of the afternoon at 5 furlongs over the turf. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $35,000. Scratch the 8 for the Gipper. Favorites were 4, Repetitious, and 7, Asked and Answered. And they're off. Good start for Put the Hat Back, who begins for the lead. Townie toward the inside is up to challenge and take over. From the far outside, Asked and Answered is away in third. Then back to Stun and Dominic ahead of Repetitious, and Copper Vessel is last of all as they charge to the far turn. Townie and Jose Bautista get a pretty easy lead. They lead a length and a quarter. Racing in second is Put the Hat Back. Asked and Answered on the outside third. Dominic much closer today is racing in fourth and down toward the inside. A length better than Repetitious, who will have to get a move on from there. Racing ahead of Stun, and Copper Vessel is last. The opening quarter was 21-4 as they run to the top of the stretch. It's Townie with the lead. Dominic loaded, trying to get into the clear. On the outside, Asked and Answered. Farther outside and Repetitious looking for a way through, and they're at the top of the stretch. Jose Bautista and Townie turn first with the lead, and they've opened now. Townie left alone up front, and he's going to win it. Townie is going to take the 4th race field gate to wire and win it by as much as he wants. Townie, long gone. Battles for second, Dominic Put the Hat Back, and Repetitious, Townie in a jog. It's Dominic in a photo with Put the Hat Back for second. Repetitious finished fourth. Easiest kind of winner was number 2, Townie, in today's 4th race, who shot right to the top, faced no pace pressure, and poured it on down the stretch, giving Jose Bautista a Thursday victory. This one for trainer Tom Bush and Sullamar Stable. Number 1, Dominic was second, ahead of the 5, Put the Hat Back, who ran third. To the 5th race now on turf at about 7.5 furlongs, the start of today's Rainbow 6. We were in 7-figure territory again today. Scratch number 9, Dream Saturday. These are claimers in for a $35,000 price tag. The favorites were 2, Royal Blessing, and 3, Runaway Posse. And they're off. From the outside, Creaky Cricket wins the break. Moving up between horses is Two-Step Time on the outside and Small Fortune away on the top flight. These 3 across the course in the charge to the first turn. Followed by the favorite Royal Blessing. He'll race from 4th and send My Point exactly about 3 wide. Down at the inside goes Blackjack Baby ahead of Runaway Posse, and 3 to the trailer Adventist. They round the first turn, and up front, Small Fortune leads a length and a half. Second is Creaky Cricket. Third is Two-Step Time. Royal Blessing is in stride while fourth. Two back to My Point Exactly. The gray is off the speed under Jose Ortiz, racing in fifth. Blackjack Baby parked at his inside. Two back to Royal Posse, and the trailer is still Adventist. The race down the backstretch through the opening quarter mile in 23 seconds flat. Small Fortune the leader. On the outside, it's Creaky Cricket second. They're going a pretty stiff early pace. Racing in third and improving is Two-Step Time. Followed fourth by Royal Blessing. Then Blackjack Baby and My Point Exactly. Royal Posse tries to launch an attack from second last. And the trailer is still Adventist. Around the far turn they go now, 3/8 of a mile away. Creaky Cricket comes away to take the lead. Royal Blessing moves to him on the outside. Small Fortune and Two-Step Timer next. Running on is Runaway Posse. Then comes My Point Exactly. At the rail and Blackjack Baby, and they're at the top of the stretch. Royal Blessing now set down for the drive by Javier Castellano. Runaway Posse charging at him on the outside. Royal Blessing hits the front and leads a length and a quarter. Runaway Posse's up into second, trying to get to the leader. Here's Runaway Posse at the leader, and Runaway Posse is in time. Give it to Runaway Posse from Royal Blessing, then Creaky Cricket and Two-Step Time. Number 3, Runaway Posse has a nice stretch kick in today's fifth race, and he wears down Royal Blessing, who looked to have it all sewed up at the top of the stretch. Runaway Posse handled a victory by Tyler Caffleone for trainer Danny Gargan and Bahama Boys Racing. 2, Royal Blessing was second, ahead of the 7, Creaky Cricket, who was best of the rest, while third. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the late pick 5. Turf racing continues right after this.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
Back now for race number 6 on the program, the start of today's late pick 5 on the turf at 1 mile. These were 3-year-old fillies of the starter allowance optional claiming variety. Scratch the 1, that's her M.O. A field of 7. The favorites were 4, Beach Waltz, and 7, Miss Mayhem. Beach Waltz, the favorite, was the first to begin. The stretch-out speed of Miss Mayhem has her right alongside, and these two work 2 lengths better than Trini Pleasure, who's away in third. Lisa Limon is down toward the inside, followed 5th by Soldier's Pride. Camilla Princess is second last, and Gift of Glory is last as they round the first turn. Up front, Beach Waltz has the lead, but she has company. Miss Mayhem works between horses. Trini Pleasure is out 3 wide. Racing by herself in 4th is Lisa Limon, well spotted early by Vasquez, 3 in front of Soldier's Pride. Then Camilla Princess and Gift of Glory. They roll into the backstretch now after completing the opening quarter mile in 23 and 3. It's Beach Waltz in front by a length. Trini Pleasure on the outside second. Miss Mayhem is now relaxed and racing at the fence in third. From 4th, Lisa Limon. They're backing down the pace as the back markers start to get closer. Soldier's Pride down toward the inside. Second last is Camilla Princess, and Gift of Glory is still 7th and last and about 6 lengths off the lead of Beach Waltz. To the final half mile they go, and Beach Waltz leads the way a length and a quarter. Trini Pleasure is second. Miss Mayhem at the inside, 3 wide Lisa Limon. Then back to Camilla Princess. She's in the red blinkers, just taking over 5th, ahead of Soldier's Pride, who waits her turn, and Gift of Glory is asked to quicken. Not doing it yet as they round the far turn. It's Beach Waltz to the top of the stretch with the lead. On the outside in a driven second is Lisa Limon. Camilla Princess circles wide. Miss Mayhem looks for room, then Soldier's Pride, and they're at the top of the stretch. Beach Waltz yet to be reeled in. She has the lead in the center. Camilla Princess finishing up full of run on the outside. Here's Camilla Princess to take on Beach Waltz, who was game last time and is game today. Beach Waltz is still there. Camilla Princess on the outside. Beach Waltz, Camilla Princess wears her down. Beach Waltz was second, Miss Mayhem was third, Soldier's Pride finished fourth in 138-1.
Installed as the third choice on the morning line at 4-1 off a recent maiden victory across town, number 8 Camilla Princess got no respect at the windows, but wins again under jockey Jose Bautista at 10-1. Oscar Gonzalez trained the daughter of Animal Kingdom for Grupo 7C Racing Stable. She's now undefeated on turf, 2 for 2. Number 4, Beach Waltz, is certainly a game filly. She was second today, ahead of the 7, Miss Mayhem, who ran third. To the 7th race now at 5.5 furlongs over the main track. Maiden claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. 8 to the gate, the favorites were 3, Somewhat Optimistic, and 7, Golda.
And they're off. Golda was away well, but so was Sunny My Way, who sent hard to try to get the lead. Sunny My Way and Golda have an early tussle. They open a length and a half on Driven by Faith, who's away in third. From fourth, it's Balzanetta, and then out wide is Best of Enemies, ahead of Email. Somewhat Optimistic down toward the rail, and the early trailer is Lady Player. Past the half mile and moving to the far turn, and the speed of the speed is Golda. Juan Carlos Diaz now opens her up to lead by 2. Sunny My Way is second. Racing in third is Driven by Faith. On from fourth is Email. Then it's a gap of another 2.5 to Best of Enemies, ahead of Somewhat Optimistic, Balzanetta, and Lady Player with 5/16 to go. It's Golda to the top of the stretch with the advantage. Whip is out on Sunny My Way second. Back to third, Driven by Faith. Back to fourth and Email while 4 wide. The rest have to get going, led by Best of Enemies, and they're at the top of the stretch. Golda straightens for the drive with a 2-length lead. On the outside and Sunny My Way not going away, nor is Email. In between horses, it's Driven by Faith. Then a late run from Somewhat Optimistic. Golda trying to get home. She still leads by 3.5. Second is Driven by Faith on the outside and Email, but Golda's a winner. Give it to Golda by 2. Email second, Driven by Faith third, then Sunny My Way and Lady Player.
7, Golda makes her second start in South Florida, winning after an early tussle with Sunny My Way and holding off the closers under Juan Carlos Diaz for trainer Jose Velez and JAL Racing. It was 4, Email at a big price for second, ahead of the 1 Driven by Faith, who ran third. The 8th race was the start of today's late pick 3, and it's on the turf at 1 mile. Starter allowance optional claiming event for 3-year-old fillies. Scratch the 10, Starship Gussie, a field of 10. The favorite was the 8, Nikki's Cause.
And they're off. Fabriano off a step slow. Good start for Painted On Jeans, who moves to the early lead from Maddie Salsa, who protects her inside spot to land in second. Nikki's Cause is reined back by Castellano and ducks over to the rail to race in third. Followed fourth by 4Ks, then Fabriana. LA House is between horses, and at the rail, that's Spicy Nelly. It's a length back toward the fence to Pupatov, racing third last. Second last and a bit wide through the first turn is Charming Kid, and Crown of Joy is last of all as they round the first turn. Up front, it's Painted On Jeans to lead by a length and a half now. From Maddie Salsa, who is in second, Nikki's Cause is third. At the fence in fourth is Spicy Nelly ahead of 4Ks. Mid-flight and about 5 lengths off the pace setter. Then comes Fabriana and Pupatov racing ahead of Charming Kid, who's a neck in front of LA House. And the trailer remains Crown of Joy. Opening quarter complete in 24-2 as they race to the final half mile. Painted On Jeans has the lead. It's down to a neck. On the outside, Maddie Salsa ratchets up the pressure second. Nikki's Cause has had a good run of it behind the speed third. Starts to gain a bit of ground. At the inside, that's Spicy Nelly from fourth and 4Ks. She's about 5 lengths off the lead ahead of Fabriana, who's 3 wide. Pupatov is at the rail ahead of Charming Kid and LA House, and still nothing from Crown of Joy. They sprint past the quarter pole and turn for home. On the inside, Painted On Jeans still has the lead. To the attack now. Nikki's Cause is produced in 4Ks on the stand side. Has a big chance at a big price with 1/8 of a mile left to go. Nikki's Cause maintains the edge of a length and a quarter. Spicy Nelly ducks to the inside. 4Ks to the outside. Nikki's Cause still there. 4K Spicy Nelly. It's Nikki's Cause still in front, and Nikki's Cause will win it. Second was Spicy Nelly. Third was 4Ks, and Fabriana ran on for fourth in 1:39 and 3.
Deja vu all over again for number 8, the Nikki's Cause. She was a bit keen in the early stages, but she settled behind the speed under Javier Castellano, was put into the clear turning for home, and kicked on for the score, exactly the way she did last time for trainer Peter Walder and Lutz Racing Stable. 5 Spicy Nelly was second, ahead of 9 4Ks, who loomed boldly but had to settle for third. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we'll bring you the late daily double. Fly So High headlines a nice field of allowance horses right after this.
Crossing the finish line for the last time can mean an uncertain future for many horses. Recognizing the need for a dignified retirement, the racing industry has made Racehorse Aftercare a top priority. In partnership with Gulfstream Park and the Florida Horsemen's Association, Florida Track provides retraining and adoption services for retired racehorses. Thanks to their efforts, the end of a racing career can signal the beginning of a new career in show jumping, trail riding, police work, even therapy for children and veterans. However, good intentions do not come without cost. As a nonprofit organization, Florida Track relies on tax-deductible donations and volunteers to help pay for feed, training, housing, and veterinary care. To find out how you can help, contact Florida Track today. Your support will go a long way towards a new beginning.
Back now for race number 9 on the program. This was the Thursday feature, an allowance race at 1 mile over the main track. A field of 7. All eyes on the daughter of Malibu Moon, number 4, Fly So High. And they're off. Uneventful start for Fly So High. She was away okay. Moving up on the far outside is My Favorite Gift to take over the early lead from Weekend Mischief, who moves to be second. Down inside, Perspective Diva is alongside Bernardetta, third and fourth, followed fifth by Miss Katie Bug. Jose Ortiz guys the big favorite, Fly So High, to the outside to race second last, and she's on the improve now, and the trailer is Aaliyah's Story. Less than 6 furlongs to run in the race after the opening quarter in 23 and 4. And the leader is My Favorite Gift and Amisael Jaramillo by a length and a quarter. Weekend Mischief ridden to keep pace second. Bernardetta at the inside third. Fly So High is fourth in the 3-path and about 3 lengths off the lead. Then Perspective Diva toward the rail ahead of Aaliyah's Story, and Miss Katie Bug is now last. They make their way to the half-mile mark of the contest, and up front, My Favorite Gift through the opening half in 46 and 4. And here's the move from Fly So High on the outside. Fly So High at 1 to 5 moves to My Favorite Gift around the far turn. Bernardetta is asked to quicken by Johnny V. Drop better than 4 lengths off the top 2. Then back to Perspective Diva, driven with no reply. Weekend Mischief has called it a day. Then back to Aaliyah's Story and Miss Katie Bug as they run to the top of the stretch. A big-time confrontation up front with My Favorite Gift trying to repel the challenge from Fly So High after 3 quarters in 112 flat. Fly So High has taken the lead. My Favorite Gift is dead game and boxing on second. Well clear of the others with 1/8 of a mile to go. Fly So High driven out to the front now by Jose Ortiz. She leads by 2. My Favorite Gift is dead game and she'll try to hold second, but the favorite's a winner. Fly So High strides clear to a 4-length win. My Favorite Gift was a game second ahead of Weekend Mischief, who re-rallies for third. Bernardetta ran fourth in 139 flat. Easy winner and a horse with a big-time future. Number 4, Fly So High, proves her maiden victory in New York was no fluke, and she takes care of business in today's 9th race under jockey Jose Ortiz for trainer Shug McGahee and the Phipps stable. Second, number 7, My Favorite Gift, ahead of number 6, Weekend Mischief, who ran third. To the 10th and final race over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Field of 12 signed on. This was a wide-open betting race.
And runners away. From the rail, Tide of the Desert begins well. From the far outside, Grand Saman shows speed. A host of pursuers involving World on the Street and God's Greatness in the charge to the first turn. There are about 6 across the course here. With the leader inside Tide of the Desert, he now establishes the lead a length and a quarter. Bodie Dog is racing from second down at the inside. That's Changing Leads, who's now third. Racing into fourth is Word on the Street ahead of Rory, who's down toward the inside. On his outside goes Grand Saman. Then back to Mongolian Party, mid-flight and about 6 lengths off the pace setter. Racing on his outside is God's Greatness. Then it's a gap of another 2 to King Moro ahead of Ours Again. Ours Again in the pink colors is about 8 lengths off the lead. It's a gap of 4 to El Cheval and 3 more to the trailer Grand Chief. Opening quarter mile in 23 seconds flat as they race to the final half mile. Tide of the Desert has the lead by 2. Bodie Dog is second. Changing Leads is third. Word on the Street is now fourth. Rory in the orange colors improves with an inside lane. He's only 3 lengths off the lead ahead of Grand Saman, and then God's Greatness working between horses. Ours Again tries to pick through rivals. At the inside in Mongolian Party ahead of King Moro. Trying to get underway from the back is Grand Chief, and now trailing is El Cheval as they run to the top of the stretch. 46 and 4 for the opening opening half mile, and Luca Panici turns first with Tide of the Desert in front 3/4 of a length. Rory just thread the needle, and he's now up for a challenging position. Changing leads is set down driving. He's traveling just as well as the leader with an 1/8 of a mile to go. Ours Again and King Morrow stand side. Final furlong, and now changing leads to the short lead. Ours Again and Rory right with him. King Morrow over the top. Here's the line. Ours Again got up. Give it to Ours Again and Tyler Gaffleone for the money, and 131 and 2.
Number 9, Ours Again, closes down the center of the racetrack to get up in the shadow of the wire under jockey Tyler Gaffleone, getting the victory for Mike Maker and owner Michael Hoy. Number 5, Changing Leads, almost sprung the upset, but had to settle for second, ahead of the 2 King Morrow, who ran third. Plenty of winners in today's late pick 5, and more importantly, plenty of winners in today's Rainbow 6. 20-cent return, just more than $769. And that triggers a carryover into Friday's card, more than $1 million.
That wraps up Thursday's card. We're here again on Friday with a 10-race card. Our first race post, 12:35 p.m. Good night and good luck.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.